Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about Saturn and the energy that Saturn possesses, and the energy that Saturn got over this earth. Now, before we even get into anything, like, a lot of people got misconceptions over Saturn. Like, Saturn is looked at as a god more than a lot of beings that y'all think y'all talking to. A lot of times y'all just talking to the fucking planet Saturn, like, and a lot of times it has this annotation because of the energy it carries. Now here's what Saturn is. Saturn, it doesn't, now reason why it's even looked at as dark and serious, because it's opposite to the sun. Now that's the ops. So off the bat, Saturn doesn't reflect light. So it's not going to reflect the sunlight. So sunlight is not going to bounce off Saturn. So when we want to talk about in metaphysics term and lower dense, not high dense, but low dense, in so many ways light represents upbeat, action, which you can see, happiness, giddiness, expression, anything you can see, that's light. Now, if Saturn doesn't reflect light, then how is that going to represent, how is that going to play out through humans? We see it every day with Aquariuses and Leos. Leos like to be front center stage, like to be expressive, like to express their visions, and like to express the way they see things. Aquarius, on the other hand, like to think. They like to communicate. They like to analyze before they have to take too many actions. So their actions may be more geared towards being flighty than being towards expressive. So instead of being expressive, they're more flighty. So instead of doing things that's bringing all the attention, they're doing things that's not bringing attention. So this what makes Aquarius like to change, rebel, or oppose. Ultimately, like to do something on their own and not was getting so much attention. So this what makes them unique and original. So it goes hand in hand. So when you want to look at Saturn, it doesn't reflect the light. So Saturn is not about, oh, what you can do, what kind of talent you got, oh, what kind of faith you can show us, or what kind of spirit or energy or intuition you can show us, or what kind of expression, or what would make you inspiring. Saturn don't care about seeing that shit off you. Saturn care about, okay, show me the results of that shit though. Where's the hardcore results? Where's the concrete results? Where's the physical, tangible things that matter? Yeah, all that spirit and shit that you got mattered. All that energy you put in something may have mattered to you, but it didn't even matter if it wasn't transmitted into matter itself, physical, solid. You see what I'm saying? So Saturn is like that. So Saturn is more the behind the scenes, and the sun is more in front of the scenes. So before we even get into anything, we have to get that whole aspect out of our head that the light is good and the dark is bad, because that's a whole realm of reality confusion amongst the right and left brain. God ain't got shit to do with the light and dark. Those not even the true lights. You see what I'm saying? That's the light that you see is a physical representation of where it actually came from. Same way as water. Water is a physical representation of where it actually came from, which is vibration. Light came from a frequency, but by no means necessary frequency and vibration is water or light. Yeah, light is a part of frequency, water is a part of vibration, physical things is a part of matter and energy, but by no means necessary are light is frequency, water is vibration. You see what I'm saying? They are the fathers and the parents and the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Then what came as siblings, and under that was mixtures and accumulations. But these mixtures and accumulations is not these things. Just like, look, you got everything is either frequency, vibration, or energy. Under frequencies, you got light, air, you know, you got a whole bunch of sound. All that is under frequency. But sound, light, damn. But sound, light, and all that shit, and air, and oxygen has nothing to do with frequency. But they fall under the frequency tree. It's like a family lineage. You see what I'm saying? But the frequency is the first aspect of it. Just like you got vibration. Vibration. Under it, you got seconds, time, emotions, feelings. You see what I'm saying? All that is, you have water. But water is under liquids. And liquids is under time. And you see what I'm saying? Time is under fluid, and fluid is under vibration. You see what I'm saying? But fluid, time, and seconds, and all that shit, and emotions and feelings ain't vibration, but they come from vibration. You see what I'm saying? But vibration itself is the highest frequency of it. So you can't say vibration is water, but what you could say is water came from vibration. You see what I'm saying? But water actually came from fluid, time, second, and fluid itself came from vibration. And you see what I'm saying? Then you have energy. So everything that matters, that could become matter, that could become solid, that could become physical. You know what I'm saying? All that comes up under energy. Because these things could be felt, seen, and attached to your emotional, because it came third. But by no means necessary do energy need these things. These things need energy. That's what I meant to say. I don't mean to say that they not these things, but what I mean to say is these things need it. Air, light, sound need frequency. Frequency don't need these things. You see what I'm saying? So my whole point of saying that is when we get into the planets and we get into Saturn and things of that nature, Saturn is more part of the dark. It don't reflect the light. So people who have a lot of Saturn in their chart, these people want to remain behind the scenes. But look, see, this is why the occult, Illuminati, and so many beings utilize the Saturn energy. You see what I'm saying? And you looking at it like it's demonic based upon what realm of reality you came up under and what spiritual roof you under. So that's going to be like religions and concepts and spiritual beings and your family and all that. So you got a lot of other shit to deal with before you can even get to the actual concept. But for my soul group and people who are enlightened, when we see like signs like the horns and the goat and all this Saturn equivalizations and stuff of that nature, and people try to equivalate it to devil. People will say, oh, people are worshiping Saturn, right? And then you have people who in a religious roof, a spiritual roof, who look at the symbols a certain way based upon that Elohim God and the beef that Elohim God got with another God, right? They'll look how the illusion was made by that, and then they'll look at the symbols of someone worshiping Saturn and say that this person is worshiping the devil, which the devil don't even exist. You see what I'm saying? In Saturn, there's concepts of it and people making it real, but the originality of it isn't real. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, people are tied that, and when really people who worshiping the goat and things of that nature and like upside down symbols and things of that nature, that's the Saturn. That's like the light upside down. It's just Saturn. You don't need to add no spookism to it or none of that shit. And the people who do add spookism to it, you're going to go through a superstitious hell. And even for the people who do worship this and add more to it than what it's supposed to be, you're going to a metaphysical hell. You see what I'm saying? When really it's just the Saturn energy. And the Illuminati and a lot of occult groups understand this, and the people who see it from the sunlight and then they act on it as far as their actions and as far as their insight and how they see it. When you say how you see something, that's how you visualize something. So that's still using your sun. You see what I'm saying? So when people start to do that based upon an occult or something like that, you damn right the occult is not gonna try to show you shit, because they're using the Saturn energy, and the Saturn energy is to remain unseen, to be behind the scenes, to control the actions by a mere thought or a mere common sense, practicality, or something that's in reality. You could rule someone's yin realm by something external. You see what I'm saying? And then they get that concept. And this is how they was able to make themselves hide and be untraced in the yin realm and things of that nature. Because when you trace them in the yin realm, the only thing you find is what you put your whole yin realm into. And if you put your whole yin realm into an external thing that they made pretty up for you to think that you need that, then that's as far as you're going to follow the trace. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, when we want to talk about beings in occults utilizing the Saturn energy, this is what makes them occult-like, because they're using the Saturn energy. Any occult group using a bunch of sun energy is not going to be an occult, because there's not going to be a secret. There's not going to be nothing hidden about it. There's not going to be something blocked from being seen about it, because it's being absorbed by the sun. You see what I'm saying? So that's for like situations of things that's already out here, things that's already people who are not trying to keep secrets. You got a bunch of religious groups or a bunch of spiritual groups now that put themselves all out here to try to break the secrets of a group that may use a lot of Saturn energy. When really, your ass should be using some Saturn energy your goddamn self. You see what I'm saying? When someone, like, that's like, and this is what I mean by it, because people are going to get this confused with a lot of other knowledges that they may have picked up. Look, don't compare my channel to nobody else. I'm coming from a whole different realm of reality. I'm going to break it down to you like this. All right. For me to say that you should be using Saturn energy too, and for you to get out your mind that, oh, he's telling me to use some devil shit. No. This is how it plays. It's simple shit. If you're a person who got a job, right, and you got a couple friends who don't got a job, right, Saturn in astrology represents how one gains structure in their life, and where one is going to place and receive boundaries and restrictions and limits. So whatever sign you got Saturn in, that's the type of shit that you're going to put boundaries and restrictions and limits on when others people try to come to you about that type of shit, whatever field that sign that Saturn is in, and you're going to receive boundaries and restrictions and limits also into attributes of whatever element or sign your Saturn is in. But both of those together is eventually how you end up gaining structure in your life. When you stumble and fall and learn how to do something to completion, you learn how to let that work for your life. So basically, that's what Saturn represents, how one gains structure in their life. Now, so if you got a person in your life that help you gain comfortability and help you get from point A to point B every day in your life, but most of the time this end up being like a job or a career or something that you could cling on to, that you could fall back on, or education or something like that. So that's what Saturn represents. Not what you acted on, but the results, what credentials that you got to show for what you did, right? So if you got a job, right, this is how it's going to play out. If you got a job, right, and you get paid, your friends who don't, your bum friends who don't got no job, know you get paid that day. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to show their ass. So they're going to be all in your face. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, the sun brings warmth. When something is out of sunlight for a long time, sometimes it need light. Because it's going to, sometimes light bring heat, bring warmth, bring a sense of growth. Things can't grow in the dark all day. So a person with a lot of Saturn in their chart, yeah, they may be all work, no play. They may work hard, but when they get paid, these might be the people who invite their sunny friends to come over. Like, hey, what's up, y'all? Because it's a sense of energy for them. And some of these people who got a lot of Saturn in their chart or a lot of Earth in their chart, some of these people may feel like this is their job. Okay, yeah, I'm the friend in the group that work and get the car, and I can get this straight. So this is my place in the group. So a lot of these people get accepted to be in this part. It could be a bad or a good thing. It could be a bad part because people could take advantage of you and you end up being people crutches. But it could be a good thing too because you the platform from other people. You know what I'm saying? You the person in the background. Yeah, you might got a friend who good as hell. She could sing real good, right? But you the nigga in the back. Or you the girl in the back getting all the money for it because you set her business up right. You set her websites up right. You connected to the right people right. You made sure that the checks was coming in right. So goddamn you manager extraordinaire. If you a girl managing your home girl, she could sing. Or you a nigga managing your niggas around the hood and they could rap, but you don't rap. But you the nigga selling all the dope and shit. You the nigga with all the money and shit. So you really the star, but you want to put your niggas on, but they ain't got the hustle like you. So you the one who going to the clubs and paying the DJs for them to play your nigga record. You the one going to the telling all your niggas, hey, come on, I just got us a van. Let's go travel. We need to go push it. We need to go push this shit out. You the one. You see what I'm saying? So that's the gift. So don't ever think, oh man, I ain't got no talent. Oh man, nigga, get to the fucking money. If you got a lot of Saturn or Earth in your chart, nigga, you got it better than a lot of other people. You see what I'm saying? And if you work on your talent hard enough, you could be like everybody else anyway. But that's what I'm talking about. See, it don't have anything to do with God or anything to fucking do with, oh, you worshiping this, that, and the third. No, it just is what it is. Now, as Archangel Uriel, it's not my fault that it's certain beings and intellectual portals and groups and group of beings out here who know how to utilize certain energies and create and put their light into it and make it an illusion to the way how they see fit. And when people pay attention, they make the orb bigger. Now, however, whatever reasons and meanings that they created this concept around this energy is out of my hands. But my page is just to tell you where the actual energies come from. Nothing is new under the sun. The only thing that's new is the creative aspect a being can use to create an illusion out of it. But he's using the same tools you're using. This person may just be vibrating higher. Their spirit may just be from a different place, that they got a bunch of different otherworldly ideas. So when they bring it in this realm of reality, if you're a person who's so stuck in mundane here, then yeah, of course this person gonna be like, damn, they doing something new. But 9 times out of 10, this person is just utilizing the same elements you got. Fire, water, earth, air. They're using the same elements you got and putting their light into it to create an illusion around it. And just the way that this being is able to do it may be better than the way you know how to do it. But that don't mean that this person has something that you don't have. You see what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand. Never doubt yourself, because it's always a mechanism or a realm of reality or a portal out here that you have that same privy to than that person. Now, you may have certain beings out here that then created certain realms of realities and portals and put their light into it, and then the illusion that they created around it may be so pretty, it may make you feel like that, no, I don't want nothing else but that person, place, or thing. It may, and you may spend a whole lifetime trying to align yourself in that realm of reality that may not ever be for you, and you may just be wasting time and come here time and time, die and transform, birth and transform, birth and death, and keep doing the same shit over and over again and not elevating or going lower. You're stuck. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some beings out here that got some creative ass illusions. Hey, we see them every goddamn day. You ever had somebody come try to convince you something and no matter what they said, it wasn't going to convince you? Nothing? Shit. Whatever they was trying to convince you away from, whatever you're completely convinced on, whatever intellectual being created that shit was a hard ass motherfucker. Period. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say this, I don't necessarily mean all realms of realities and portals. I know the way that I talk about it, it could seem like just those being a realm of reality or a portal that is a bad thing. No, you have just the same way you got bad people and good people in the world, you got bad beings and Elohim gods and good Elohim gods. There's some realm of realities and portals out here that's absolutely good for your spirit. That's ran by absolutely good ass being. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever disclose that. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever disclose that just because my Aries aggressive nature could feel like I'm just opposing every goddamn thing. No, there's some realm of realities and portals out here that's, believe me, I'm in some right now. By some fucking beings that have created a fucking illusion around a realm of reality that's cold as fuck for my spirit. And when my spirit, and I'm a spiritual person, so when I go deciphering and travel there in the yin realm and come back, it looks the same in the yang realm, the same way looking in the yin realm, and I'm completely aligned with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm balanced with it. And it makes me feel comfortable. And I'm able to springboard high and low in that realm of reality. So I could go as high and low as low. But in that realm of reality. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. So if it's a spiritual path that's good for you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't disclose. You got some demigods, some lesser gods who just got some hard ass science. Got some hard, some may be physical like me, some may not be. And they may utilize other physical beings who may look at their chart and see that this person know how to access this much energy of the world. Or this person got Mercury sextile, this, that, or this person got Mercury in this house. Okay, I can utilize this human because this human is going to be able to access this energy real good. So if I put these ideas and spirits on this person, you know what I'm saying? That's how these beings think. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a fucking, you think it ain't that way? That's just like a job and a manager. You see what I'm saying? A manager is going to sit back and be like, okay, this person is better at orchestrating, this person is better at orchestrating the lobby than this person. So I'm going to make sure I get this person more days. I'm going to get this person more hours. I'm going to get this person another job. That's what fucking managers do. You see what I'm saying? So you think it ain't no motherfucking spirit gods out here doing it? You believe in God, don't you? You can't believe in God and not believe in God. That's just not going to make sense. Now, I'm here to tell you how to decipher between the gods you're actually believing. But you can't sit here and be like, I believe in God, but I don't believe in there's beings and other beings that's higher than us controlling things the way he explaining it, comparing it to a manager. That's not going to make sense. Where you think humans get it from? Look, nothing is new. So anything a human or any type of species is doing, all they doing is copying something that's already was doing that. So just because something ain't physical here for you to see them motherfuckers doing that shit, where do the fuck you think humans get the information from to organize themselves that way? And if you believe in God, you believe that you was made from something, right? So where's the disconnect? Oh, I get it. You're confused between the right and left brain. Goddamn. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn. Air.